Okay, a really sneaky culprit of elbow pain during pressing is actually your wrist and what it's doing. So, what you want, right, across all presses, be it dumbbell, barbell, machine, horizontal, vertical, is stiffness in your wrist. Because if you are pressing like this in this hyperextended configuration, imagine trying to punch someone like that. You're not going to be very efficient at force transfer, right? Unless you're a martial artist and this is like a really powerful move that I don't know about. But what I would tell my clients is make a fist, punch somebody with it, and that's how you press because that ensures really efficient force transfer and also wrist stability, and in turn, elbow stability. Why does this even matter, right? We're talking about the elbow, not the wrist. Well, there are a bunch of long parallel running muscles, right, between the two condyles on the elbow and the wrist. And if you're in that hyperextended position, what you're basically doing is just pushing tension through the flexor musculature and the flexion tendons. And what that means is that it could potentially put stress on your medial elbow. So in practice, when you press, just make sure that you are, as I said, punching the ceiling. Because in a lot of people, before they even set up, this is their default configuration. And that is going to put a bunch of strain on your wrist and potentially your elbow. Just make sure you're not hyperflexing. So there's none of this as well. You're not hyperextending. You're just literally punching the ceiling as you press. Another thing we have to be super mindful of is your elbow alignment and your elbow to wrist alignment, because it's very, very easy to put valgus or even varus torque on your elbow joint, which is not going to feel great, and that will depend on the angles of your pressing. So if you are doing closed grip bench and your wrists are here, stop it. Because immediately you get that flare, you get that bit of internal rotation, you also get some valgus stress as well. So try and align your wrist with your elbow, not only in this sort of sense, but also in the out to in sense, if that makes sense. For example, a close grip bench, elbow, when it's in flexion, is aligned with my wrist, as opposed to doing this and getting all sorts of flaring, and it's just not a great situation to be in. And this applies across the board, but more so to barbells and fixed objects because it's a little bit easier to do with dumbbells as they're flexible.